This is packet 7, page 2, number 5. The question says f of x is equal to 5 halves raised to the x power. We start this by making a table. We're going to go from -2 to +2 to see where this graph is going, where it's moving up, and where it's approaching the asymptote. So we have x, we have y. We look at it, we're going from -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, and we need to check to see what direction this is going. That way we know if it's growth or decay. Actually, we do know if it's growth or decay if we look at the base number. The base number is 5 halves. Well, you look to yourself and you say, that's a fraction. Yes, it is a fraction. However, this fraction, 5/2, is an improper fraction, means it's greater than 1. 5/2 is 2.5, so we know that 2.5 is bigger than 1. This is a growth. That means we should have an asymptote right here, and the graph should start here and rock its way up that way. So we need to pick some good points. So let's start with -2. If we have 5 to the -2 over 2 to the -2, that's going to give us 4 over 25. Okay, so 4 over 25 is going to go here. That as a decimal is 0.16. Okay, if we use -1, it's going to give us 5 halves, or it's going to give us 5 to the -1 over 2 to the -1, which is 2 over 5. And 2 over 5 is 40%. So, which is equal to 0.4. 0 is going to give us 1. 1 is going to give us 5/2, which is 2.5. And if we use 2, that's going to give us 25/4. Again, I use these points just by plugging them into the calculator and finding the approximation. And that's going to be 6.25. Let's go ahead and plot this. At -2, we're at 0.16, really close. At -1, we're at 0.4, 0, 1, 1, and at 2.5, 1, 2.5. And at 2, we're at 6.25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.25. So this graph is going to start down here and then work its way up. And our asymptote is where this graph approaches, which is down here again, y equals 0, which is the x-axis. Domain goes forever, left and right. We're looking at -infinity, +infinity. Our range goes from 0 up to infinity. It's what our y values are. As x approaches infinity, the graph is going up to infinity. As x is going to -infinity, the graph is getting shorter and shorter and shorter towards that asymptote, which is 0. Y-intercept, 0, 1.